had a few questions about problem 15 in the chapter 18 homework, so I thought I'd make a short video to show you how to work the problem. So let's read the problem. Mark ran an experiment to test the optimum power and setting for microwave popcorn. His goal was to deliver popcorn with fewer than 12% of the kernels left unpopped on average. He determined power 9 at 4 minutes was the best. To be sure the method was successful, he popped 8 more bags. Here's all the data. And they want to know if the data provide evidence that he met his goal of fewer than 12% unpopped kernels. So first we want to pick the correct null and alternative. Remember, the null is always going to have an equal sign in it, and we're interested in whether we got less than 12%. So the the null is going to be equal to 12%, and the alternative is going to be less than. So if I look over my choices here, it looks like F is the correct choice. The second part of the problem asks you to calculate the test statistic. And if you remember, the test statistic actually is using the difference between the sample mean and the hypothesized mean, in this case of 12, and dividing by the standard error, which is the standard deviation divided by the square root of n. Now we could do it by hand, but we can also use statcrunch. And so once I'm in statcrunch, and if you notice, that's the data that was provided in the problem, copied over for us. I'm going to go to stat, and I'm going to go to tstats, one sample, and I have the data. So I'm going to select the variable, and I'm going to do a hypothesis test, and we're testing it's equal to 12 versus less than 12. Okay, and here's my test statistic right here. Here's my sample mean, the standard error, degrees of freedom. So my test statistic is negative 2.44. And I can go ahead and add that in here. Negative 2.4. I think it was 44. On my window again. Yeah, rounded off 2.44. Oh, 3 decimal places. Negative 2.436. Let's adjust that then. 36. And then they want the p-value, and again, the output right here from StatCrunch has the p-value right here, and then went 4 decimals, so 0.0025. Oh, I must have copied it wrong. 0.225. Left off a 2. There we go. Okay, and then the last part of the question is an interpretation question. So this should help you in terms of how to use StatCrunch. It will save you a lot of time in calculations if you use the built-in analysis tools that are in StatCrunch.